Hey beautiful, how are you doing? Welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time. Hi, I'm Lucky. That was a little bit of Her. Oh my gosh, I love that song. It's just such a heartwarming song. And it always makes me think about my baby. Anyway, it's called Best Part by Her. If I'm talking a little bit weird, like, I live in the South. I live in good old Virginia. Good old Virginia. I live in the country, honey. If I'm talking a little bit weird, it's because, first of all, I guess I'm country is my point. And my tooth is bothering me. I woke up this morning and this tooth, oh my God. I was late. I didn't post yesterday. I was late, and that's because I went to the dentist trying to get this freaking tooth taken out. Now I gotta go see a special surgical person. It's gonna be a 2-day thing. Like, all this drama, like, just yank this out. Just pull this out. But I waited so long. Y'all, make sure to get your ass to the dentist. Go to the dentist. Don't be taking too long, clearly, because I waited so long to be seen. I got a front. I'm what you call a front. You know them houses where they have fake brick on the front and it's like plastic siding is the rest of the house? My brother, he used to always be like, I hate those houses, they just a front. That's my teeth, honey. My teeth is a front. Everybody, oh, you have such a nice smile. It's a front. The back of these motherfuckers is jacked all the way up. And this back one is, this has nothing to do with the video. The back one is, so deep in my gums, they gotta like dig into that sucker in order to pop it out. And I guess I just can't go to my local little free clinic. I gotta go to an actual like oral surgeon to do this. So anyway, but every time I'm talking, I notice sometimes it just did it. My top tooth will bump it and it hurts. So if I'm talking funny, just don't mind me. But just in pain over here, but we still rolling, we still talking, we still video chatting, whatever. Today, honey, we're going to talk about a common thing that I like talking to you guys sometimes about, like the tea, the gossip, the dirty little secrets about prison. But then there's times where, lately, I guess I've been on like a little bit of a kick, where I try to share things that you might not really know, like it seems like it would be one way, or the way that media presents things is, not the full story or something like that, or misleading. And then of course you got a bunch of straight guys talking about prison. They all have their point of view, their perspective. But when it comes to the gay life in prison, they don't know shit about what they're talking about, So I'm your number one source. Until somebody else come along and doing it better than me. But a common thing that I did not know, okay? I am a bona fide queen. I am a true bottom, honey. I am literally what they call a power bottom. The bigger the better. I have not met a big dick, shall we say, because I don't want to say I haven't met a dick that I haven't liked, because that's a lie. But I have not met a big one, honey, that I was not starry-eyed, like, been slapped and dazed and dazzled. I mean, seriously, I'm a full-on bottom gay boy, 100%. Why am I saying all of this, aside from just bragging, just to hear myself say it, is I thought that every gay person is like this, honestly. I did not know that just like women, you have women that they love big ones. All guys think that women want a Magnum XL, dude. But a lot of women, they don't. A lot of women actually want like a reasonable size, something that ain't gonna make them, be queefing or giving them urinary tract infections or something, like, just all uncomfortable in the different positions and stuff. Like, a lot of women want like something that is reasonable to them, that's not scary. I want to be scared, honey. I want to be looking like, oh shit, that's me. I'm just twisted. But gay guys, there's gay guys that are the same. when I was locked up, the first time that I came across somebody where I was really honestly in shock was actually at the jail. There was this queen, and black queen too, because everybody just assumed black people definitely, we all just taking big ones, we all just love big ones, we all just got big ones, and that ain't true. None of that is true. Any of that I just said. Just like any other race, any type of people, you have a mix of different types of people, and this queen did not like big ones. They did not. I was actually really surprised by that, because they had like a big butt. They was very feminine. They were in transition, and I just thought, I don't know. They was ghetto as hell, ratchet, like proudly ratchet and ghetto. I just kind of just assumed it's like, okay, But they said that they like little ones. They were like, I like little ones. I do not like feeling no pain when going in. I like to feel comfortable. Like, if it's going in, if I feel even the slightest bit of pain, it's too big. I was like, that's part of the enjoyment, bitch. Like, what the hell? The first time that I realized that I'm like a size queen is actually when I did have sex with this guy. Because, okay, you want to know something about me that you're probably not going to like? Like, I feel like guys are probably going to be like, Lucky, you terrible. You ain't no good. But I'm going to tell you something that is not really known. I've never really actually shared this. I used to be a little bit of a bitch, to be honest with you. Like, if I was to hook up with somebody and I saw that they were smaller than me, because that was like my rule. That still is my rule, actually, to tell you the truth. I just might be a little bit nicer these days, but I'm probably saying that because I'm not single anymore. I'm taken. Like, I'm not out in the field. I'm not doing nothing. I'm waiting patiently for my baby. It's only me that is satisfying me these days. I gotta wait until my baby comes home to get some action. But so that might be why I'm saying this, because I'm not actually doing anything. But if I were single today, I think I would be nicer compared to how I used to be. There were times I went out to hook up with somebody. My rule of thumb was always, I like guys that are my size or bigger. Since I'm supposed to be the bottom, I'm the queen, whatever. There's no reason that I should be faking enjoyment with somebody that is clearly smaller than me. Like, it's like it's just not for me. It's just not for me. So and I'm not like, no, I think I'm a pretty reasonable and average looking Joe, but I guess maybe every guy thinks that about themselves. But until I was really active a lot, I was really surprised how difficult it was to find somebody with my standards. My size or bigger. I don't think that that's an unreasonable standard, but apparently it's actually kind of a challenge. This is just one of the things that gay people deal with. I guess a woman probably hearing this would be like, I never even thought that would be something. But it's like, if you're in this lifestyle, this could be something that you're dealing with. And this was something that I was dealing with. Anyway, my point is that I didn't, even though I knew that that was like my standard of judging, I guess, or whatever, there would be times that I would go out to hook up with somebody and they would be kind of small or too small, and I would leave. I wouldn't like necessarily just like flat out leave, but we'd talk for a little bit, bullshit, realize that there ain't no real, attraction, and then it's like just, I'd be like, oh, I can't do this. Sometimes I'd lie. I'd be saying that I actually have a boyfriend and I wanted to cheat on him, but I can't do it. Like, I used to lie. There were a few times that I did try, but it didn't even get to the penetration. Like, maybe it's like, you start out with gay guys. I can't speak for like women, because I know some women don't like, head. But gay guys, that's kind of like standard, I guess, it wouldn't even get past nothing, because it's like, I'm just not interested. I like I say, maybe nowadays I might be a little bit kinder, but certainly, especially in my young years, child, like, the teens and early 20s, like, forget it. I ain't wasting my time. That was just my ego that I had. But so my point in saying all of that is, I did not really actually know that I'm kind of like trained now to take big dick. Because I associate the pain part with the pleasure. How I learned this is, again, at the jail. I've told this story before, but it's a long time, so probably anybody that's watching this video doesn't even know this story. And I told this story with a different point. I wasn't actually talking about this point that I'm about to make. But this guy, it was at the jail, was really, really hot. Really, really hot. Oh my god. Oh my god. He looked like Captain America. Like, he was super hot. And he had a big chest, big arms. He was walking around the cell without his shirt. Like, as soon as I walked into the cell, he took his shirt off. He had his shirt on when I walked in there, and then he took his shirt off. He's pacing back and forth, looking up. You know, we were talking about nothing. But I knew, I'm not new to signals. Like, I know when there's signals, especially clear ones, and I know when there's no signals, you know. Like, I've lived enough, experienced enough, and, you know, one thing led to another, because that's not the point of the story. One thing led to another. We started having sex, but his thing was so tiny. Like, I mean, seriously, it was like the size of my thumb. It wasn't crooked, but it was like, I got the double-jointed thumbs. But anyway, it was like, literally like this. Literally, maybe a ½ inch more, but it was seriously like this, and about this thick. And then on his buff body, it just made it look even worse. Like, I was like, but he still was hot, and he was nice, and we had committed to this. I'm trapped in a cell with this guy, so it's not like I can leave like how I have been in the past. So we do it, but I remember feeling so depressed and disappointed, because when I sat down on him, like nothing. Like nothing. I mean, I barely even knew that anything was in there. Like, I mean, I was so upset. And then to top it off, he lasted literally 2 seconds. Like, I mean, literally 2 seconds. It was like 1, 2, I'm coming. I was like, what a waste of time. Like, what a waste of time. What a waste of time. But that was when I officially knew in my mind, like, oh my gosh, I guess I'm a size queen. Clearly. I never thought I was a size queen before. I just thought that I just had, you know, like, people want to date somebody with a good job. People want to date somebody with no kids. People want to date somebody college educated or from the hood or not from the hood or something. You know, it's like you just have have some money saved up, good credit. Like, you just have certain things, qualities, you know. Maybe you want to date somebody with a big butt, no butt, thin, a little bit thicker, tall, short. You know, this, to me, I thought that these were just like dating criterias. It's like, okay, I'm a bottom. I don't want to be looking at somebody that's smaller than me. You know, I'm a bottom. You know what I'm saying? So I never really thought of it as like a size thing. I just thought of it as like a dating thing. You know, like a compatibility thing. But then after this guy, I definitely realized it is a little bit more than that, because and then after I had sex with that guy prior to talking with that queen. Later is when I had met that queen in the pod, and we were having this conversation, and with her saying that she likes small ones, me obviously knowing that I like big ones, I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh, so there is a difference, because she's saying she doesn't want to feel any type of pain. Me, I didn't realize this until I had sex with that guy. I actually look for it. I look forward to it. Like, I expect that to be like part of the sensation. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have the pain first, and then shortly after comes the pleasure. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have that initial pain, and then you relax, your muscles relax. Oh my God. And then it is just 4th of July fireworks. Shit, it is the battlefield. We just done won the American Revolution type of fireworks. Like, I'm telling you, bombs off into the sky. Like, it is just phenomenal. But I didn't know this was just something that I had learned about myself. Now, getting back to other queens that probably not too many people realize, is I thought I was normal. I think that a lot of people would hear me and think that I am a typical case. Like, queens, they get blowjobs, and they like to take it up the butt. You know what I'm saying? But that's not actually normal. Like, I was surprised. I feel like I'm talking so funny. Like, I keep talking sideways. Like, I'm on crack. Like, I'm coked out. Like, because I'm trying to avoid touching this tooth. It's like, oh, I'm talking funny. But I might not be able to post. I'm going to post this video But today that this video is going up is the consultation, and then the next day is going to be the actual extraction. I hope to, between now and then, make a couple of videos so I don't get off schedule, but, you know, I'm gonna do my best. Anyway, most queens that I met in prison, now, granted, you never know, people could be lying, but that's something that a lot of people don't, within each other. It's kind of like girls lying about their periods, or their ovulation cycles, or their nipple sensitivity with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, girls, they talk to each other about that kind of stuff. Why would girls lie to each other about that kind of stuff? Like, whether you use tampons or pads, you have light flows, heavy flows, or something like that. That's girl talk. Like, that's just girl talk. You know, girls, they talk about that kind of stuff with each other. Why would one chick lie to another chick about it? You know, granted, of course, it probably happens, but the likelihood of that is kind of unusual. That's the same thing with, like, gay sex talk amongst queens. Queens talk freely about this kind of stuff all the time with each other. You know, like, it's just normal talk. So why would you lie about whether you don't want to take it or not? Especially when you know that it's sort of like assumed we all do. You know what I mean? That's part of why I think people talk about these things, because then it's like, oh no, not me, you know. And to my surprise, a lot of queens in prison, especially prison, they just give blowjobs. I didn't know that. I thought that it's like on the table, it's kind of just expected, especially if you have a husband. I think that that's kind of the golden rule. Maybe I was just a slut. You know, maybe I was just a slut, I don't know, but I wasn't sleeping with everybody. Maybe that's also why they're so busy, I guess. Because queens, it's like, oh, it's nothing to just be sucking on this guy and sucking on that guy and sucking on this guy. And then just like, oh, after lunch, I had a conversation with this guy, and now we doing it in the closet, you know. And then on the rec yard, this guy, he didn't flash me his stuff, and I just, you know, maybe just gave it a little lick. It's like, you know, I guess maybe that's why they're so promiscuous. Because if that's all you're doing, then maybe, yeah, I guess it's easier. Although me, I'm not just going to be sucking on everybody that comes my way, because there's a whole laundry list of reasons why not. Okay? There's just a whole laundry list of reasons. But I will say, when the attraction is there, you know, I like to have my fun. And for me, it's like either nothing is on the table or like everything's on the table, I guess you could say, you know? That's just me, I guess, but not everybody's like that. So, yeah, I was getting it in with a handful of people. I actually did a number count one time. I know how many people in the 4 years that I was locked up. I know exactly how many people didn't hit this that I was with. I don't think really any other queen could probably say that for real. But that is the point of this video. I didn't went on a long ass rant about nothing, but really is just to say that you might be surprised. Not too many people are actually giving up their tail in prison. A lot of queens, not all of them, but more than the other. There's more queens. That's what surprised me. I didn't know this, but there is. And it's not just from the queen's mouth. It's also from rumors from the guys. For example, you have queens that they'll become more popular with the guys than other queens. And it's not just because of looks or anything like that. It's because of talk, because of gossip. Guys, just like guys gossip about girls, what this girl do and stuff like that. The guys that are in the circle of messing around with the queens, they want to know what this person does and that person does. And plus, a lot of times people get passed around. And I don't mean it like jump off type of thing. Like, it's like, you know, you just jumping, one person hopping on and hopping off and stuff like that. I mean, like school. Like school. You remember in school, it's like, you know, this semester, these 3 people, it's like they all kind of intermingled and dated. And then the next semester, when you have a whole new set of classes and stuff, it's like now there's a new circle of people where it's like all y'all are kind of, like, 1 week you're dating this person, then y'all break up, and then she dating your friend, and he's dating your friend and stuff. It's kind of like that. Like, it's kind of like that, because it's just a small circle of people. There's only but so many queens, and then there's only but so many guys that publicly don't care if people know that they're chasing the queens. You always have your down low people, but you get what I'm saying? So that's something that even I took notice. I was one of the popular ones. I didn't know why, because I'm not talking to everybody. I seem to some people kind of snobby. Like, I just don't want to be doing everything with anybody. Queens in prison are friendly to everybody. So me having like an attitude sometimes, maybe not an attitude, but like a guard, me having like a guard where like I'm just not openly I don't know. And I used to wonder about that. I wrote in my journal, I'd be like, people that just talk to me and they just assume like I should just be so open, like I don't get it. But it's because of how other queens are that, it's just a weird place. It's just a weird place, it's just a weird place. But one of the things that definitely surprised me is there is less queens that are like the full thing versus other queens where they just doing that, and it could be because of a multitude of different reasons. One, you are dealing with criminals. Not everybody wants to be sleeping with criminals, but you have to because you're locked up with these people. Two, people scared of diseases and stuff, and everybody think that all the gay people have HIV in prison. Three, that people are being passed around. Four, it could be, what I had seen is that people would kind of just do that, but then when they actually had a husband, that's when they would, do the whole thing. Oh, and then five, also, some people, I don't think that they necessarily were queens. Like me, I was gay out here, and then I went in and became a real queen. Like, out here, I see myself as just a gay guy, a gay man, feminine or not. I just see myself as gay, not a queen. I joke now because it's like, okay, I'm a queen, I'm always going to own that for the rest of my life. But in there, it was something different. It's like, it's now I'm like, I'm the substitution for a woman, It was weird. It was just weird in there, But there were guys that I met that I thought that they were gay on the outside because of how they acted. Like, I met guys in there, and then I guess I'm finished, but I met guys in there that they reminded me of literally like a gay guy that I've known since middle school or high school or something like that. Like, flamboyant as all get out, fun, just loud, like, just a regular gay guy. But then I'd be talking to them and I'd be talking about the outside, like, do you used to go clubbing? I used to go clubbing all the time especially when I first turned 18. You couldn't keep me out the gay clubs and stuff. They'd be like, I never went to one. And they didn't really start doing anything gay until they were in prison. It used to blow my mind when I met guys like that. Like, I'm like, what? You're missing a whole lifestyle that's home to you. Like, being gay out here is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. Especially when you're single and you're in the scene and, you have gay friends and stuff. It's a whole lifestyle. Like, but to just only know gay life in prison, that is a warped way to see what being gay actually is, because it's not, it's wrong. It's wrong. Being gay in prison is like Alice in Wonderland. It literally is just like you done fallen down the rabbit hole upside down, just like Alice did. And nothing makes sense. Everything is backwards. The flowers is talking to you. You chasing a rabbit with a watch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, nothing makes sense to you. That's what being gay in prison is like. Alice in Wonderland, straight up. Straight up and downwards and backwards and sideways and topsy-turvy. In the words of my good sis Kenya, bop it and twist it and flip it. But okay, I'm done, you guys. I'm gone. I feel like I just wanted to just talk to you guys about something, but I'm like talking sideways. I don't know. Like, I feel like I keep talking like this. But okay. Have a great day. I'll see you guys. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. But otherwise, I'll see you when I can talk to you again. Love you. Bye.